social media includes mobile phone applications, so could have a virtual agent or a chatbot talk in the mobile space, answering their questions, but also pointing them to the site, to the website where necessary as well. So this is a, I'll just play a little video showing okay, we've got company ABC again, having a pretty fun chat, and this is just a short video. It's showing that chat is very it's very relevant in the mobile setting. Some people will say, well, I don't want to sit there typing everything out, so maybe we could come up with a more intuitive interface where you drag and drop some words and it forms sentences for you and that sort of thing. But most of the clients I go and talk to these days saying, okay, what can we do in the social media space? Can we put this, we've already got an iPhone application, can we have a customer service tab where we can have the same chatbot that we're thinking of investing in and putting it on our website, can we also make it available via our mobile phone app? We're thinking about putting on Facebook. If we want to do that in the future, can we do that? What is the value? What does the business case look like? What's our return on investment? So we're building demos like this. We're thinking about this. We're talking closely with clients and thinking about what the true value is in here. What the true value is here. Is it more of a marketing role? Maybe it's the marketing budget. Most enterprises have a lot of marketing budget for this type of thing. So maybe it doesn't sit under the traditional IT or customer contact center type of budget for these types of projects. Maybe this is where marketing can come into it more, because they have more of a say on the voice of the organization and maybe the voice of the chatbot. Okay, a chatbot on Twitter could be as simple as having a link to a chatbot on the Twitter page, but it could maybe be the chatbot in the background responding to posts and stuff like that. And now this is a little bit of a dangerous area, because they might be thinking that it's an employee responding to the post, but have a think of the concept of a virtual agent sitting in the background reading posts that are coming in, whether it's on Facebook or Twitter, and then responding to it as well. So it's not through the typical chat window interface, but the virtual agent's playing a role in the background, emulating what the human's doing. We've actually done a project, we being My Cyber Team, we did a project with NASA where we deployed a virtual agent in the virtual world Second Life. And I'll just play a little video. It's over here. So we work with NASA to give intelligence and personality to their Second Life environments. They have an environment where they have the Mars Phoenix lander. It's actually on Mars. They had a representation in the virtual world where they have this robot, and you have a website you can go to learn about the mission, but you can also visit the virtual world and have a look at different pieces of content within the virtual world, of which most is objects in the virtual world. But now that they give interactivity to their robot, so you can ask it about the Mars mission, ask it about the robot itself, and it can just talk to you in a very natural way. Okay, so this is a way in which even NASA is a government, it sits under within the industry vertical, the government industry vertical. They're even using this to promote interactivity in virtual worlds. Okay. The idea of having a chatbot in Second Life or virtual world is not new at all, but the idea of making it informational and extending the information that they're sharing with people on websites is a pretty cool way, and this will get more people aware of what's going on with the NASA program and get more people to their site, and people who go to their site and learn that there is a virtual agent in the virtual world will also go there as well. So it's just promoting interactivity and engagement with the organization, which really is what social media is all about. Yeah, so we also did a project with a major publishing company where we developed characters for their online magazines. We noticed an increase, a significant increase in the engagement rates, a significant increase in the ad revenue they were earning. So they weren't using it for cost deflection. They were not using it to convert the visitor into a customer. They were using it to engage the user and promote their brand. And it's just an example of the perfect girlfriend character. She's actually really, really smart. And we also got a perfect boyfriend character for full equality. He's pretty, he's not modeled off me, but some thought that he was. No, no, not modeled off me at all. But anyway, all I want to say is in the publishing and the media space, we don't typically think of virtual agents here, but they play a significant role here as well. And there's the perfect boyfriend as well. He loves to clean for the women. He gives them full massages after shopping and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so when having a look at the performance in social media space, these are the kind of things we want to think about: engagement and the brand awareness that they bring about. What's their value as a differentiator? Okay, this is something that a competitor doesn't have. Something which they can help build more successful business results. Are they getting more visitors to their site? Is that resulting in more sales? And in the publishing space, it's all about engaging users and ultimately about improving ad revenue. They'll have banner ads and click-through ads. So if you have, for example, a new ad that pops up every time a message is sent, interaction is given, then that's going to increase the impression rate. And just getting towards the end here, but building a chatbot in the social media space, we all think about content, like getting some content. What's the information we have at hand that will help us to build a better chatbot? So the social media space is full of content, everything from really trashy content to semi-decent content. How do you deal with that? What should be the coverage of the chatbot? How social is okay? When you're representing an organization, how social can it be? Are there any regulatory issues? That sort of thing. And also gathering business intelligence, which I just touched on, I think is a pretty significant area. And a consideration will be scalability as well. I mean, 550 million visitors to Facebook a month. So you think about a chatbot maybe handling just a fraction of that on a given day. It's quite huge. And just the second last slide. So as a company, and I'm not here really to talk about our company, but the whole concept is that you can create a virtual agent that you can deploy into many different environments. So the same virtual agent or chatbot gets deployed into many different environments, whether it's a mobile phone, the website, Facebook, social, virtual world, or whatever it is. And so we think this social media space has got a pretty important role to play in supporting this type of philosophy. That's it. Thank you very much. Any questions, criticism, feedback? Yes.
What percentage of consumers do you think know they're speaking with a chatbot as opposed to think they're engaged with an actual human?
Yeah, I think from our analysis of the chats, okay, like just having a look at chats and having a look at feedback forms that we also pop up, I would think that probably I'd say less than half of the time that the actual end user would think that they were talking to a real human. Okay, I think that we found that the chats with virtual agents. I mean, I asked before the question around accuracy, but the accuracy around how human-like a chat is, which is another way of looking at it, is definitely about anywhere between 70 and 98 or 99%, depending on how you judge that. But I would say maybe around 50% of the time. Yeah. But it depends. If a lot of chatbots or virtual agents are configured to reply instantly, within a matter of milliseconds or a couple of seconds, so that automatically tells you that it's not. But in terms of just looking at how human-like the chat is from the humanness of the responses, then I think then we're looking at about 70-80% accuracy, just in general in the industry.
Thanks.
Yes.
So how do people generally respond if they think it's a bot, after a while, and then they figure out, or
Yeah.
they think it's a human for a while, and
Well,
they think it's a bot?
Yeah, I think it's not a good reaction that you'll do.
Yeah.
And I think that the best practice is to definitely position a virtual agent or chatbot as that and make it very clear that that's what it is. We definitely recommend that to all our clients, and that just totally eliminates that issue. But in the past, the clients that have really wanted to position it as a human or make it really fuzzy so you don't really even think about whether it's a human or a virtual agent, then then most of the negative feedback that's given is around exactly that. I thought I was talking to a human and you gave me this robot-like thing, and I'm not very happy about it. Yes.
Most of our clients have opted not to have animated avatars, and the ones that we build for them are on their actual company sites. But I was thinking about your talk and in the social space. Do you think that becomes more important, or do you think it matters, or what do you think about that?
Well, I found that from my discussions with clients, they like the animated avatars actually, and I think in the social media space it becomes more acceptable to have an animated avatar because there's less. It's a less serious environment. So I think animated avatars are a positive thing. I think the voice is an important consideration. If it's going to have, when I say voice, I mean audio voice. I'm talking from a marketing perspective. I'm just talking about the personality. But the voice in terms of the audio, I think there's a negative association with synthesized voice, text-to-speech engine. So I think sometimes either it's better to have no voice or to have real human recorded voice in the studio. But I think the animated avatar is a positive thing, especially in the social media. That's my feeling. But as we deploy applications, that will learn more. Okay, thank you very much.